Hi, ukulele friends. This is Lisa, the ukulele fool, and I have here with me Steve Butler. We're in Utah, yay, and Salt Lake City, and Steve Butler was gracious enough to meet me, tell me about his ukulele life here. I'm going to get to the jam later today. I'm going to a festival tomorrow, and it's all because you directed me the right way and got me pointed the right direction. So this is Steve Butler. If this is your first ukulele interview, welcome, and make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, hey, leave us a comment as well, and if you hit that notification bell, you'll know when my next video is going to drop. All right, well, Steve, what's your ukulele superpower?
Well, I would say that my superpower is being able to teach and captivate teens in the sense that they want to learn on the ukulele.
Teenagers. I have two at home right now, and awesome. High five on that one. I'm sorry. Yeah. Hats off to you. So, how did you wind up with teens? How is that demographic working for you?
Well, at the store in Kaysville where I teach, I get a lot of teens that sign up for classes, and then I do a summer workshop in Evanston, Wyoming, where a lot of teens sign up. And teens are generally very finicky about what they learn on the ukulele and what they want to learn. And sometimes they're just kind of like, I dare you to teach me.
Right, yeah. Well, I know. Old Town Road has come up with young people like, are you going to teach that?
Don't know that one yet, but I probably will.
It's a huge hit right now. Yeah, so is teaching ukulele your full-time job, or do you have a Clark Kent persona?
I'm retired, and so, but when I say retired, I really semi-retired because I still teach ukulele, and I also do chess clubs in elementary schools. I still probably work 4 or 5 hours a day, and then I substitute teach on occasion.
Oh my!
Too. And so. That's what I do with a lot of my time, and I also have my daughter, my granddaughter that I like to spend time with, and then I'm also into curling, the sport curling.
Yeah, right.
So,
Alaskans know what curling is, right?
Right.
Yeah. In fact, I did curling as part of my PE in high school.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah, well, perfect. So I understand you teach not just like 18 here and there, you teach lots of teens.
Yeah, I have classes throughout the year where there might be 7 or 8 teens in a class, and then at the summer camp in Wyoming, I might have a class of 20 or so in a class, and then I think preteens are tough too.
Yeah. So group instruction.
Yeah, it's group instruction is mostly how I teach, and yeah.
Yeah. So rather than having a private studio where they're
No.
Yeah. So
it's hard to, at least in this area, to teach ukulele as in a way of having a studio because. Most people would cycle through it pretty quick, and so you'd always be searching for students.
Yeah.
And things.
Well, I know from my journey in music, I taught groups in elementary school, and I have lots of really specific training to help me do that. So how'd you wind up in group instruction and working with teens? What got you there?
Well, I started teaching in elementary school, teaching just as an elementary school teacher,
Right.
A regular classroom teacher.
So developing mad skills.
Yeah, and you have to have certain skills when you teach kids because they've got a noisemaker in their hands.
Yeah.
And so the kids will want to noodle on it, and so I always just, I would tell them, if you noodle, I'm going to take your ukulele away.
Yeah.
So
And usually it only takes one victim, and
Yeah.
then the problem solved.
usually solves the problem, and then go on from there. And with teens, teens are a little better behaved as far as noodling, but they're finicky in the sense that they want certain songs, and they want certain skills, and I've gotten to where I can play those songs and then show them strums, interesting strums that they can use on their songs, and that's what really captivates them is some of the skills that they can use on those songs.
So what can you give us an example maybe of a song that you've done recently with kids?
Well, like it would take this ukulele for that, but
Humidifier.
yeah. Okay, so
Let's see if we can get that in the camera here. There we go.
So, like, take for example, "The Lion Sleeps Tonight."
Right.
So that's a song that, well, not only teens but a lot of kids like to learn. So I'll teach them how to maybe do a chunk strum on it, like. Like that, and then I'll also teach like maybe a triplet strum. So it's like ream away, ream away, ream away. It's like a triplet strum.
Right. So then they've got something really fancy to show too.
Or like maybe on Three Little Birds, something like this. This is called a claw hammer strum.
Right.
Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright.
Oh yeah.
So just some different techniques that they can use on their ukuleles, and how to work them into their songs, and they like that.
So why the ukulele? How did you arrive at the ukulele?
Well, when I was training to be an elementary teacher, one year I got a ukulele for Christmas, and
Does that sound familiar to anybody?
yeah, and it wasn't a very expensive one. It was a pretty cheap one. And
My first one, I got $10 at a garage sale.
and it was a great instrument to learn, and I discovered, that you could do chords on it, and chords have always fascinated me, and when I was young, I used to go to church, and I would diagram chords out in the hymn book and stuff like that, and chords have always fascinated me, and it was just great that on the ukulele you could play, chords, potentially on every note, and so that really fascinated me, and I really dove into songs with chords.
Yeah. So it sounds like your chess mind and your ukulele mind.
Yeah, kind of
got together.
And I took classes in music theory, not advanced music theory so much, but just simple music theory in college, and it just really got me interested in that. And so then I would teach ukulele to my class at school, but the first problem I had was I didn't have ukuleles, and to get a principal to put in his budget for ukuleles, at least in that age, it wasn't doable. So I would go to like a thrift store. Like in Utah, we have the Deseret Industry stores, and so I'd go to a thrift store and just find broken ukuleles and fix them, and so I got pretty good at fixing ukuleles. And then
so here's a hot tip based on that. Goodwill has a site, and you can search for things that they have that you can get kind of like eBay, except for they have a set price on it. So I'll put a link down below on that. If you're a teacher that's going like, how do I get ukuleles inexpensively? You can do it online too through Goodwill.
Yeah, and so I got pretty good at fixing ukuleles, and within probably 4 or 5 years, I had enough for a classroom set, and then it just built from there, but I didn't really seriously get into the ukulele until Joel Eckhaus. I don't know if any of you have heard of
No, I haven't.
Joel Eckhaus. He is from Maine, and in about 2007, he had a ukulele workshop at the Augusta Festival in West Virginia, and he used to play Roy Smack style songs, and I think a lot of people out there know Joe Eckhaus and Roy Smack, and when he played it, it was amazing, just all the things you could do with the ukulele, and it reminded me a lot of my bluegrass days when I played banjo, and how you could just really captivate someone with the ukulele, and then I just kind of got the ukulele bug, and
sound familiar.
and from there, I really got interested in the ukulele, went to festivals, and then I got training from James Hill, and I became a certified level 3 ukulele teacher from James Hill. And
so if anybody's unfamiliar with that, I'll put a link down below for that as well, because James Hill's an awesome teacher and performer, and an all-around awesome guy. I met him and his family last year, so links down below to James Hill's teaching program.
Yes, and so that was great, and through the James Hill program, I got a little better at teaching, and was able to have more skills than just playing 3 or 4 chords, and so I felt like I could teach more than just kids, and then so I got into teaching kids, adults.
So you have an adult jam group because that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to go jam.
Yes, in 2009. In fact, I was thinking about it. It's been about 10 years, so I could say it's a 10-year anniversary. But 2009, I started a Utah Ukulele Association, and it was the only jam group in Utah at the time, and so just I've kept it going through that, and rain or shine, once a month we have a jam session.
All right. And so I really appreciate the fact that you pulled together a special jam session for me, and my friend that's coming, who got me into the ukulele. And you're leading a jam session at tomorrow's festival, right?
Right, it's called the Utah Ukulele Festival in Logan, Utah, and I'll be leading a jam there tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to go to that. Well, I want to thank you so much for sharing your time here with me today and setting things up and helping to spread the ukulele love. Just really, you've been at it for a long time, and so I congratulate you on that, and thank you so much for for giving your time to interview with this. And so I'm looking forward to jamming tonight. Hey, do you have a jam group that you work with? Let me know down below in the comments. And you know, one of the things we were talking about is how do you get your music? That's another thing you could leave in the comments is how's your jam group do its music? All right, folks, thank you so much. Keep spreading the ukulele love, and until the next time, we'll catch you later.
Bye.